Hip-hop is real Texas. I don't need to introduce this dude right here.
Nah, bro, you need to introduce this dude because hip-hop is real. Sometimes y'all be hating, man, on the Horseman, so I'm just...
Well, I don't, I don't personally hate on him.
Look, I don't know who does the interviews or whatever, but y'all be out there with Squeako and Av and all them
dudes. We're name dropping now?
Popping up these guys all the time that got words for us. Just know, I will smoke all of them dudes.
They talk about this A-Ward gun bars, Loso gun bars, Saga, all over the place. Like, I don't, that's just they.
But I told her A-Ward and Saga.
What? They do the same shit we do.
What is Christian battle rap?
What is Christian battle rap? What is Christian battle rap? Tell me what Christian battle rap.
Nicely.
Because Oops
bar.
is a four horseman. Why is Oops a four horseman? Why is Oops a four horseman?
Is he Christian?
He's in the horseman.
He's a cynic.
You didn't know that?
No.
Why is he a horseman? He did his political shit. He's a senator, the governor, all that shit. All that James St. Patrick shit.
He's a vice president.
He Oops St. Patrick. He all that. Why you a horseman? You ain't Christian, nigga.
Like,
can we put a pin in that for just a second?
Av the only one that could get around off me, maybe.
Wow.
In that whole area.
Wait. Av can get only one.
Maybe.
This is...
Period.
We're starting this... Okay, well, first off, we're here at Oklahoma, School of Thought Decade event.
Yeah.
A-Ward, fresh off of battling L.A. Spitta,
Yes,
one
sir.
rounder, did exactly what I expected him to do, which is always bring great material. How do you feel?
I feel great, man. Every time I battle, when I get off the stage, I want to make sure the league got their money's worth, and I feel like they did. One-rounders are... they're fun. Obviously, I like to go second, but I went first, so I had to incorporate some freestyles, improvise a little bit to give the crowd kind of what they came for. But we rocked the stage. Great material. LA Spitta got through his round, and you can't ask for more than that.
We definitely completed the objective tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out to School of Thought. Shout out to the Decade card. 10 years. I mean, how does that feel to be on such a well-known card, especially for School of Thought being this is their 10th year anniversary?
Yeah, anything that helps out the Midwest movement. Oklahoma is probably considered, type of a Midwest movement. I don't know if they're South or Midwest, but anyway,
we accept them both.
Yeah, it's within the area of. I was able to drive down here. I rock with a lot of these dudes. We battle on different cars together, or whatever, and just to be able to bring everybody together, celebrate their 10 years. Listen, being a battle rap league owner, having a battle rap league is not easy work at all. 10 years is a huge accomplishment. So shout out to them.
Yo, and now let's put a pin in that, and then we're gonna take another pin out.
Okay.
You just called out Squeako and Av.
No, don't get it twisted. I called out Av, right? I will smoke Av. I got respect for Av.
I will smoke.
But I just said Squeako's name because he was in the little interview. I have absolutely no. There's no way. I don't want to.
You okay? So
Av, yeah.
You were talking about Av. You want to battle Av?
Yeah.
Why?
Cause I respect Av. We talk all this trash. I say I'll smoke Av. I'll smoke Av. You know what I mean? But I have high respect for Av. And another reason is because I'm tired of everybody battling every 2 weeks, and there's not a lot of what do you say? I'm not looking forward to JC battles and Suge battles and some of these guys battles because with the app and with battle rap right now, everybody's battling once a month. And Av's been sitting out like me. And so when Av comes back to battling, and I'm glad he's feeling well. And
I was going to say, I think he was going to a little bit.
When he comes back, people are going to be looking forward to that. And that's the kind of battles I want to take. I don't want to just take another.
You want somebody dangerous immediately.
Dangerous and somebody that you haven't seen in a minute. You know what I mean? So,
and I think as where would you want that to happen?
On URL, 100%. I'm tired of battling and smoking these dudes and getting busy, and then people telling me, oh, it's different over there. Like the cement over there is different when you walk in the room, or like there's a breeze in the air and it makes you choke or something like that. I don't know what it is with UR. That's the only thing I can think. The tension in the air must be so thick that they can't finish their rounds.
This is this is going to the main channel. I hope you know this.
This is Hollywood. You got Hollywood.
This is,
I just smoked somebody. You got Hollywood.
Oh, I'm not speaking to A-Ward right now. I'm speaking to Hollywood.
Nah, but it is what it is. But no, I'm just being real. That's why I want to battle him on URL.
Do you think that will, even though we've seen you elevate every time against bigger name opponents, do you think that will bring you to that other next level now?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I have to write or perform on an ungodly or a crazy level to compete with him. No, but I mean, in that environment, in front of that fan base, and with the reputation that they have, battling somebody like him on that platform will put me in the eyes of different people who might not pay attention to a King of the Dot, RBE, or a small league battle. So
now, what's crazy is that you've been on King of the Dot, RBE, and you've had great battles on King of the Dot and RBE. Like, where do you see yourself as you continue to make your name, like as you continue to to get to that next level? Where do you see yourself, like, from now on, like, taking, like, what battles what do you want to take in the future? Do you still want to be on URL?
Yeah.
Do you still want to be on King of the Dot? Do you still want to be booked on RBE? Like, as far as the trajectory of where you want to go personally as a battler, because right now you can go anywhere.
Facts. And you got to become an asset. You know what I mean? You have to become an asset, and you have to create leverage when it comes to these leagues. You know, I definitely want to battle on URL before, you know, I'm old and you can't battle anymore. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I definitely want to keep a great relationship with King of the Dot and RBE and battling those platforms as well. But, you know, right now what the fans are calling for, what the fans want to see is A Ward on URL. You know what I mean?
I've heard it's literally almost thousands and thousands of tweets, at least over the past couple of months. Like, I cannot have a conversation without, like, newcomers. When it comes to newcomers coming over to URL, I can't, like, have it without you being mentioned. Because
I'm the number one battler that has not been on URL that people asked to be on URL.
It's true, because before that it was B-Dot. Before it was B-Dot.
Disrespect to even like your Ilmax and some of these guys or whatever. Like, they just don't have the skill set. And Roan, I think he has a vaulted URL battle, but like their skill set is maybe not as appealing to some of that fan base or whatever. But like literally, if URL said, "All right, who is the one guy that hasn't been over here that people want?" Is me.
And it's interesting to see that you haven't gotten necessarily that call, because
I got the call. Don't get it twisted. We're not gonna play this game. We're not gonna play like what's wrong with URL. URL calls, right? They call and they offer things. It's just like I told you before. Like, I don't just take battles to take battles, and I never will. And the minute that you sell yourself short and you just say, "All right, I guess I'll just do this," then that personality trait is taken advantage of for the second battle and for the third battle and for the fourth battle. So you have to stand on what you want and what you think is smart. You know what I mean? And so we've gotten very close, and I imagine it'll happen. You know.
Who do you see yourself battling on there? Like, give me a couple of names that you besides Av, Suge.
Definitely Suge, Twerk. I'd like to battle Chess at some point.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. I'd actually like to battle Swamp.
Okay.
And I'd actually like to battle Jada Nightwing. So like, I'm not going, and I'm not saying like, yo, you got to give me.
Those are different styles.
You got to give me a top tier dude. I'm top tier over here. I'm gonna be like that. I'm not saying that at all. Like, I go battle Suge and then take Jada Nightwing and then take Swamp and then take, you know what I mean? Like, I'll do that.
Personally, I like you in Riggs.
Riggs?
Yes.
Nah, I smoke Riggs. That's my guy. That's the guy though.
I like that matchup though. You and Riggs would be really nice.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
I mean, or you and Drugs.
Drugs? I don't know. I'm a fan of some of the things Drugs does, but I've never like thought in my head that I'd like to battle Drugs.
Now I see like
so many people in my family already did that.
That was a bar.
Yeah.
That was a bar. Yikes. But I do want to say I see you and Suge going back and forth.
Yeah.
Is that something that you definitely want to push forward in the next?
That's something we've talked about behind the scenes too. You know what I mean? So whenever the powers that be decide that, you know, it's okay to book, it'll happen.
Now, having this quarantine era of battle rap that we're going through right now, where it's small rooms, barely, you know what I'm saying, barely a lot of people in the building, or no people, where it's no distractions and it's just you and your opponent spitting bars, would you want these types of opponents in those types of settings?
Different opponents for different settings. Like, I love to perform, I love crowds, I love all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I don't think that I can't compete in a small room or whatever like that. I'll be good there too, and I'll adjust. But there are certain battles that like, I don't want to waste doing it in front of 15 people, you know. So Suge, I'd like to be on an actual stage, you know what I mean, and rock out.
That would I actually like to have you like rebuttal a pocket check.
Yeah. Exactly.
something that would be crazy, that would definitely shake the room.
Mini offering plates.
There you go. There you go. I mean, as far as that, I mean, do you have anything else, you know, that you can talk about right now that's booked next?
Look, man, A-War versus O-Red on RBE, mask up.
Talk about that. How do you
2 weeks. Shout out to O-Red for taking that battle. I know he didn't have to, but you know, we're gonna rock out. We both love sports bars, so I think there's gonna be a lot of references. If you're a sports fan, you're gonna love that battle.
ESPN battle.
Outside of that, shout out to King of the Dot for the Grand Prix tournament they're doing. I'm definitely tuned into that. I rock with it heavy.
Did you see Frag and Diz?
Yeah, I saw that robbery.
How did you? Oh, okay. So you did think it was a robbery?
Yeah, it was bad.
I liked in the beginning, and then
His
it
first
just,
round was the one that was kind of good, and then the second.
and then but Frack just kept going every he elevated every round.
Yeah.
And I was just and I was able to watch it back, and I was like, and it was highway robbery. Actually,
Yeah.
I honestly can say that.
It is what it is. I think they're gonna have a good rest of the tournament. But yeah, I think it would be a shame if somehow Disaster made it to winning the $50,000. I really do. But that's why you have judges. Judges made a decision, and you know, he lost. So
Do you like that format? Do you like the tournament format?
I don't like tournament format.
Why?
I told him the only people that benefit from a tournament is the overall winner and underdogs, right? So if I go into the tournament and I battle Shoddy P, right? And I beat Shoddy P, and then I go battle Jonai, right? And then I lose to Jonai, right? I didn't benefit from that tournament. A War stock did not benefit from that tournament. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody like Times or somebody like Frack goes in and they get a win over a Disaster or over a Real Deal, and then they lose the next battle, people were talking that they had a big upset.
None is the perfect example for that.
Perfect. You know what I mean? So the underdogs are the benefit from it. The guys that already have their stock and have built it, you know. Not to mention there's other business things that go with joining a tournament that don't make sense to me, but that's kind of behind the scenes. So I'm not big on tournaments, and I'm definitely not big on judge battles because everybody looks through a different lens when it comes to battle rap.
Like you may think one punchline is super fire, and I may think it's trash.
You may hate jokes, you may relate to street stuff, you know what I mean? And it's all art. So it's just kind of like, dang, how are you going to tell me I won or I lost? You know, when in battle rap, unless you choke, most battles are highly debatable.
Absolutely. If you don't choke, it's going to be debatable.
Yeah. So
I mean, but as far as like this quarantine era of battle rap, I feel like we've been watching the sterilized battles, the
I watch them all.
on. So how do you feel about that? Do you think it just like everybody else has said? Do you think it as far as like who leads the crowd and who doesn't, and who has a better pin, and who, you know, like.
Sometimes definitely. But you know what? Shout out to URL for like keeping the culture alive during this whole pandemic. They really have like pioneered that, and the way that they've done the sterilized battle, the Ultimate Madness battle, the caffeine and everything like that has been like extremely dope. Because if they hadn't pioneered that, put their foot down and said, "Nah, we're still having battle rap," like this would have been a trash last 9 months.
Yeah. And last thing before I let you go, Murder Mook versus Tay Rock just got announced for the anniversary card. Who are we taking and why?
Oh, I got Rock. I got Rock 2-1, but I think it's gonna be a very close battle, very debatable battle. Murder Mook's round against Street Hymns was crazy.
It was.
Right?
It was.
I think Rock's gonna come in there and perform his tail off, and I think he's gonna get 2 rounds. So.
And A-Ward, I always appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man.
This is the third time I've seen you out here. I mean, I saw you at No Made in 09 and definitely coming out here. I appreciate you coming down to the South and bringing your name and your brand down here.
Yo, HHIR, Hip Horseman is real. We out here, man. YTG, Team Daily Horseman. Yo, shout out to my guy Saga Loso, Hims, and Oops, man.
Appreciate you, bro.